Welcome to Nigeria House Davos, World Economic Forum. I'm glad the excitement is making you finish my own sentences. How does that statement, welcome to Nigeria House in Davos, feel after all the work that you've put in?
You want to start with me? Excited. It's a dream come true. We have put in the work, the sweat. We worked on Christmas Day. We worked on New Year's Day. We worked on Boxing Day, where families are supposed to be simple on a call, on Zoom call, trying to make this a reality. And look at us today. We're very excited.
I'm not going to lie. As someone who is committed to changing the narrative about Africa and, more importantly, Nigeria for me, seeing that Nigeria House was here on the Promenade was a massive boost in excitement, but also, I guess, confidence from a lot of Nigerians from across the world, both in and outside of Nigeria. Davos, if you don't know people, is where nations come to reposition themselves. If someone wants to walk into Nigeria House and have the experience, what do you want them to leave with? What, both in terms of feeling and information?
I always say that the World Economic Forum, the annual meeting, is like the Olympics of business, where every country comes to sort of showcase what they have. And what we want people to take home or away from visiting us is a piece of us from all aspects. So from the intellectual side, from the academia side, from the entertainment side, the culinary, and just everything that we represent. And that's what we try to do with this space, during the panels, the lunch breaks, the evening teasers, just to have everybody get a feel of Nigeria so they want to come.
I love that. And I think that highlighting Nigeria as a country is important because outside the continent, some people just feel like the whole of Africa is one place, right? So seeing it as a standalone entity on a global stage with cultural association throughout, you gain quite a reputation for the food here. Yeah. As you know, when you go to conferences anywhere in the world, it's usually the same servings, right? But in Davos, when you walk up and down to the different houses, they're like, oh, did you go to Nigeria House? Did you taste the food? Someone told me, someone who I wouldn't have anticipated would tell me that I should go to Nigeria House and taste the eba. And I was like, how you know that name? So that was really impressive. But outside of that, some of the conversations that have come out of here have been phenomenal. And some of the guests that have walked through the doors. Robert Smith entered yesterday, right? Wyclef Jean. But Robert Smith, if you don't know, is one of the richest black men in the world, right? And he came here voluntarily. No one forced him in the door. No one even invited him. But he decided that he wanted to come and find out what was happening here, which is a testament to the fact that this is a necessary medium. So talk me through how that felt, just knowing that your work is paying off.
Well, to be honest, for us to actually see that happen, that just means we're ready. And that's also very important for us as a team. To tap off, because obviously he must have seen something that was very interesting and intriguing that attracted him, because he must have heard it somewhere. I'm sure he has been walking down the promenade for a couple of years now, and for him to pop into Nigeria House, I'm sure he's looking forward to probably looking into that direction, in terms of investment, because that's actually the angle and the position we actually designed this concept to be in a position where we can sit down on a round table with someone like that and discuss some business and drive things towards our economy to make it much more sustainable and to grow and add value, basically.
Okay, and then what's a measurable ROI for Nigeria House? Like in terms of, okay, you did all this delivery, you put the effort in, the timing, worked through Christmas. How do you feel? What does success look like for you?
I can start with that. Yeah, for us, we don't have a limit. Sky is a stepping point, right? You have the likes of Robert Smith enter here. Robert Smith is someone that has given over how many billions of dollars in America, and he's so very pro-black. And Nigeria being, the most populous black nation in the world, and I know he's looking at a place to invest. It's one of the biggest private equity company, and seeing Nigeria for the first time in 56 years on the Promenade. Everybody knows that World Economic Forum is where world leaders, global CEOs come to decide what happens in the world financially for the year, right? And you're having a Nigeria house, you're having the vice president opening the house, having the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, endorsing it. That shows you that we're serious. We're here for serious business, right? So, we can't say we have a limit to where our ROI would stop. The essence is for people to come into Nigeria. We have 36 states in the country. Each state has different kind of, resources, how they can generate money. So the opportunity is there. This is the first one. This is the medium one, and everybody's talking about it on the Promenade and the Congress House. People are talking about Nigeria House. We had the World Trade DG come here and speak about digital trade and everything. So the world is hearing about Nigeria, and this year we had over 75 presidents. Here we had some vice presidents walking to our house without prior invitation, right? So there's no limit on the ROI, right? So we can get as many as we want. So here it's an open ROI. We are looking for an open check. Just come to Nigeria, invest, reinvest, get your ROI, get your money, reinvest it. So we have 250 million people, 75 million youth who you can invest in their different ideas. So to us, there's no limit to our ROI, right? We're going up.
Well, I love to hear that. One of my roles at Visit Nigeria as their ambassador is to ensure that there is economic spread. And usually when I attend events that focus around Nigeria, it's very rare that you get standpoints that span across Nigeria as opposed to just Lagos or Abuja. I've seen a number of different think points and conversations happening that were more broad than that here. How did you arrange that, and what was that intentional, or did it just happen like that?
Absolutely intentional, because we're very diverse in Nigeria. We're 200 plus million people, like Collins said, and we all have very different perspectives, because even like we're from different regions and all cultures are so different. But one thing remains the same: we're all Nigerian. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's quite interesting to be here, to be honest. It's still surreal for us to, it feels like a dream for us to, sort of be able to present this to the world. I mean,
well, you've done a phenomenal job. I'm sure as the organizers, there's always things that you're like, oh, I wish we did this or this. But I can tell you personally that the majority of my audiences that are diasporans, right? Americans and UK diasporans. And I got no less than 300 messages on Instagram about investing in Nigeria as a byproduct of me posting that I was here at Nigeria House. How does that make you feel?
Very good. Very, very good. And we want more of that. We're encouraging more of that. And this is the reason why we decided to start this initiative on the Promenade at the World Economic Forum. One of the best places to sort of showcase yourself as a country. I mean, we're walking on the Promenade and we're seeing, amazing houses. You've got Invest Qatar, you've got Brazil, you got the MS House, you got the US House, you got Brazil, you got Rican. And then when I see all these houses, I'm like, oh, it seems like I'm, in their countries. You know what I mean? And
how many African countries are there on the Promenade represented?
I think 2, Nigeria and South Africa. Yes.
Okay. That's really exciting to hear. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking the time out. Thank you also for putting your blood, sweat and tears into this initiative, pulling it to life as individuals. I know you had some partnerships happening. You had a PPP partnership, right? But for the majority, you pulled this together yourselves, right? Am I right in announcing that?
Do you want to take that?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, we did sit down and synergize, and we looked at the strengths that all of us had individually, and we felt it was the right team. We built a team. We shared the same vision, and we decided to synergize and just get it done. Yes, in regards to the PPP, it's fully PPP, just fully endorsed and, of course, supervised by government. Obviously, we can't come to another country and just feel like, yes, exactly. So, of course, we had to we get that endorsement and get that back in. So once we had that, then we knew that we had to, face like minds like us within the public sector to join forces to see how we could get things done correctly.
So I personally want to say thank you to whoever was liaising with you guys from the government. I know that there's a lot of times I give unsolicited advice to you guys. This is a time for me to say thank you. And also, I just want to say, may God bless Nigeria, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We're really excited to be here on the Promenade, and here's to many more years. Please, guys, work through it. The deliverables have been amazing. People are buzzing about Nigeria, and I hope it continues beyond this moment.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us. Thank you.